She's somebody who has been a prisoner in some ways of her own grief for the last 22 years. And she's been living in this hotel slash hospital triage center for gangsters. And she lives to take care of people and to help them. And in some ways that's a distraction from the grief that she's been feeling, and it's her purpose. Dave Bautista's character, Everest, is kind of my companion in the movie, is Nurse's companion in the movie, which is pretty funny because he's about 6'4" and pretty massive, and I'm super tiny and old in the film. Morgan arrives and is this surprise that comes into the nurse's world. She's been living, the nurse has been living in Hotel Artemis for 22 years and been in not wanting to talk about what had happened in her past. And here's this knock at the door of somebody who's suffering and is saying, you know, please let me in. I'm hurt. I need help. Please let me in. And she realizes that Morgan was her son's childhood best friend. Honolulu is a sort of a larger-than-life guy who dabbles in drugs and never makes the right choice, and who is always relying on his brother to take care of them. And Waikiki is the guy who has a plan, who always has a plan. Usually that plan involves bailing out his brother. Jeff Goldblum playing Niagara, this you know, super suave Malibu gangster that has the kind of Jeff Goldblum flair that nobody else in the world has, who knows my character from the past. This is a movie for Sterling to really show that he's a leading man. And it's wonderful to get to watch that because he is. He's so strong, and he really invites the audience into his character's psyche. When I told my son, who is also named Charlie, that Charlie Day would be in the film, he actually went outside and ran around the house 3 times. He really brings that improvisational quality to the film. It's like a big spark that comes in the film. And yes, you hate him. Charlie Day is really good at that. He's really good at being hated, but a lovely guy. It's been fun working with him. I've really been watching him for a long time and have been wanting to work with him for a while. Incredibly versatile, and he has such a wonderful combination of being such a good theater actor and bringing that theatricality and yet making it completely 100% natural and real. It's fun watching him. Dave Bautista, my partner in crime in the film. I think he might be the person I didn't anticipate I was going to love this guy so much. He's so gentle and he's so soft-spoken, and you know, every time he grabs my hand, it's kind of like the softest, nicest fly is grabbing my hand. That guy could squash me. Sofia Boutella, amazing actress, such a presence. I've never really seen anybody like her in movies. There is a toughness to her, and yet she's so sweet and beautiful and soft, but you know that she could kill you. Tyree Henry, I mean, what an amazing actor. I didn't know much about him until I came onto the film, and he's really a light in the film, and I think really shows so much about his relationship with Waikiki, with his brother, with Sterling. And the two of them together have such great magic together. Drew's amazingly visual, and he might be one of the most prepared first-time directors I've ever worked with, really. I feel like this movie's been in his body for a very long time, and nobody has more reference pages than Drew Pearce.